In the car? All right, partner. He wants to talk to you out here. Is that all you're... Yeah. I'll watch it for you. He's all right. I got babies. Oh, you got a dog too? Hell. I'll make sure they're all right. I got babies too, man. Huh? Okay.
All right, so the suspect shot there multiple times. How are you trained to handle an ambush like we just saw? Also with us tonight, folks, former police officer Joe Ested. Joe, former sheriff's deputy, police investigator, served in Afghanistan as a police advisor, is the author of the book Police Brutality Matters, the host of the radio show The Box Interrogation Room. Great to have you both here. David, I'll start with you on the video we just saw, reacting to that situation. I mean, things are very calm. They're just kind of talking, and then all of a sudden he jumps out. I think he's got an AR-15.
Yeah, these situations are always calm until they're not. And there's a difference between vehicle stops and vehicle assaults. In DEA, we did mostly vehicle assaults. We knew who we had in the vehicles, and we knew it was an arrest situation and measures were taken. But even in car stops, here's the general rule. Number one, you control the situation. Why are these people out of the car? Why? You have two officers. You have one officer with a suspect or subject behind him. He can't control them. There is no possible way you control this scene under those circumstances. The officers are not paying attention. They're not paying attention to the most important things. Position. When you're positioning yourself behind a vehicle, you've got to be in a position such that if someone tries to harm you from within that vehicle, they are at a disadvantage. For example, they have to reach over their shoulder one way or the other. They've got to turn around to see you, to shoot you. You approach the car, never passing the shoulder of the rearmost person. So what they should have done, they should have kept the people in the car, spoke to them in the car, maintained complete control. One person watches the occupants, watch the hands. The other person conducts an interview. If you're going to make an arrest or if more enforcement action is indicated, there's no reason you can't call for backup. But what they did was not correct tactically, and thank God, they weren't hurt worse. They survived because they were very, very fortunate, and their attacker, although savage, was inept.
Joe Ested.
Vinnie, this is the worst example of police actions that I've seen. Tactically sound. I definitely agree with Dave. Officer, you always want to have the advantage. You're known, keep the individuals inside that vehicle. Whether it's a traffic stop or you're conducting some form of investigation, you always want the advantage on your side. When you're outnumbered, the advantage is to keep them individuals inside that vehicle. If you notice that you had an officer, he has an individual at his unit, then you had another subject at the rear of the car, and then the officer, he turned his back away from him, and he started talking to one of the passengers. These guys are lucky. These guys are very lucky because they was dealing with a hardcore criminal, and this guy had the upper advantage on him. He had the upper advantage. And if you notice, right, officers are turned to eliminate the threat. These guys were so bad, when the officers start shooting, I'm trying to figure out where's he shooting right now. The threat is behind him. The one officer ran in front of his vehicle and then in front of the firearm and then tried to duck. He almost got hit with friendly fire. So this was a bad example. I thought I was watching a scene from Reno 911. I don't know where these guys get this training from, but actions like this will cost you your life.
How many good cops you ever see stop a bad cop from being a bad cop? I've done it many a times. I've done it. You know what I got? You know what I received? Yo, whose side you on? I'd be like, yo, I'm on the right side. The dude's in cuffs. What you hitting for? What is the problem? He ran from us. What does that mean? He ran from us. We got to tune him up. I said, what training? I didn't get that in the academy. We have a problem that needs to be addressed. And until we start having these conversations, right? Until the rest of the world start having these conversations, we're always going to have this problem when it comes down to policing.